When it comes to home audio systems, the landscape has changed drastically over the last few years. There was a time when a high-quality home theater setup meant racks of equipment, tons of wires, and a significant portion of your living room devoted to speakers, receivers, and all sorts of components. But today, we live in an era where compact, integrated solutions are becoming more and more capable of delivering that immersive sound experience we once thought only full-blown setups could offer. One of those systems that's been making waves is the Bluesound Pulse Soundbar Plus paired with the Pulse Sub Plus powered subwoofer. This combination aims to deliver a premium home theater experience without requiring you to essentially turn your living space into a mini cinema. So, let's dig into what makes this system interesting, what works well, and where it might not fully replace a traditional multi-speaker setup. Starting with the design, the Pulse Soundbar Plus is striking in its minimalism. It's finished in a clean, white exterior that looks modern without being overbearing. The front grille is sleek, and the bar itself is compact relative to the amount of hardware packed inside. It's designed to blend into living rooms, apartments, or even more minimalist spaces where a bulky AV receiver and multiple speakers just aren't practical. The Pulse Sub Plus, meanwhile, complements the soundbar with its own compact footprint. Again, the aesthetic is very refined, no flashy LEDs, no oversized grills, just a smooth, white cube that feels understated yet premium. It's very much a less is more approach, which I appreciate, because part of what a good home theater system should do is feel like it's part of your living space rather than dominating it. Build quality here is really solid. The soundbar feels sturdy, there's no creaking or loose materials, and the subwoofer also feels well engineered. Both components have that premium tactile feel that you'd expect at this price point. It's worth noting that while it's all wireless in terms of the subwoofer connection, the bar itself requires a simple wired connection for power and, depending on your source setup, HDMI or optical input for video and audio. It's not complicated, but it's something to keep in mind if you're aiming for a completely cable-free setup. Now, moving into the core of any audio product review, the sound. The Pulse Soundbar Plus is built to deliver a rich, detailed audio experience. One thing that immediately stands out is how clear and nuanced the mid-range is. Dialogue in movies or TV shows comes through with exceptional clarity, which is something I can overstate. Having a soundbar where voices don't get lost in explosions or background music is critical for a home theater setup. The highs are crisp without being harsh. They aren't piercing or fatiguing over long listening sessions, which is a nice balance that a lot of soundbars struggle with. The soundstage, for a single bar solution, is surprisingly wide. While it's not a full surround experience, you're not going to get true discrete left, center, and right channels. The Pulse Soundbar Plus does a remarkable job of giving a sense of space and depth. Music playback is also excellent. Streaming services like Tidal, Spotify, or even Apple Music sounded detailed, engaging, and surprisingly dynamic. For casual listening or dedicated movie nights, this system punches above its weight. The subwoofer, the Pulse Sub Plus, is where things really come alive. This is a powered subwoofer, meaning it has its own amplification built in, and it pairs wirelessly with the soundbar. Bass impact is deep, controlled, and goes low enough to give explosions in action movies some serious punch. It's not overwhelming, it's precise, which is important because a lot of small subwoofers either sound thin or muddy. Here, the integration between the soundbar and the subwoofer feels seamless. When you're watching a film with dynamic sound effects, the system scales effortlessly. The subwoofer provides the rumble where needed without ever feeling disconnected from what's coming out of the bar. Setup and usability are generally smooth. The soundbar itself is compatible with most modern home entertainment setups. There's HDMI ARC and eARC support, which makes it easier to control the system through your TV remote. For streaming, Bluesound has its own app ecosystem that lets you tweak EQ settings, link other Bluesound products, or stream high-resolution audio directly. The app is clean, intuitive, and doesn't feel bloated, which is always a relief compared to some other manufacturer ecosystems that can be overwhelming. The wireless pairing between the bar and sub is simple, with minimal latency issues, so you're not fighting lag or synchronization problems, which is a major pain point for other systems in this price bracket. One of the things I really like about this system is the focus on quality rather than gimmicks. There's no over-the-top lighting effects or marketing buzzwords like AI-enhanced audio or ultra-holographic surround. It's a straightforward approach: deliver clean, rich, immersive audio, and let the product speak for itself. And in practice, it largely succeeds. For mid to large-sized living rooms, the Pulse Soundbar Plus and Sub Plus combo fills the space convincingly. I would still recommend proper positioning of the bar, ideally below your TV or mounted on the wall, and placing the subwoofer somewhere that allows it to breathe. Corner placement works well for added impact, but you don't want to trap it against a wall where it can cause boominess. Performance-wise, one area to note is that while the system is excellent for most media, if you're an audiophile seeking the absolute pinnacle of home theater audio, there are limitations. It's not going to replicate a true 5.1 or 7.1 discrete speaker system. You're not going to get perfect directional cues or the same room-filling immersion that comes from multiple satellite speakers placed around a space. However, for 90% of users looking for a high-quality, easy-to-install solution, it's more than enough. It's also future-proof in terms of software updates through the Bluesound ecosystem, meaning that over time, improvements and new features can be rolled out without needing new hardware. Another strong suit is versatility.